Okay, this is my day 11 wrap up for the starch solution eating. I've been eating on the starch solution for 11 days since I stopped my juice fast, and I weighed in this morning at the lowest I've been since I started this journey at the end of March. It's now July, 126 pounds. I probably lost a solid 35, which is good. And I started out the morning with some nice fruit breakfast of cantaloupe, chopped peaches, and cherries. It's really good. And then I meditated, and then I was a little hungry afterwards, and I boiled up a bunch of red potatoes, mashed them all up, put a little ranch dressing in there with some spices, and I steamed some of my nice fresh garden broccoli. Oh, that was so good. Very tasty. And then this, that, the other thing. Oh, I did my yoga. I did my thighs. You know, it's thighs, stomach, arms. Thighs, stomach, arms. Today was thighs. And I did my yoga for half an hour or 22 minutes, something like that. And then I went to Walmart. I had a meeting. That's right. I had a meeting and I had a brisk cup of English tea. I have a meeting with on Skype with some people from Britain and the UK, the United States, Ireland, UK, and I always have a brisk cup of English tea at 2:30 in the afternoon, tea time. It's not really tea time, but, and of course I use oat milk and, you know, a kind of low glucose sweetener. That's how I take my tea, and that was very nice. And then afterwards I went to Walmart shopping. I needed a bunch of stuff, and I was a little hungry. I was going through the aisles, and I went down the aisle with the no gluten stuff, and they have like kind of healthy crackers. I was hungry, and I was looking for a type of cracker, and I saw Mary's Gone crackers, and they're very healthy crackers, and I started chomping on them even when I was in shopping, and then I scanned them, with the open box and tried not to spill all the crackers, but I didn't. And by the time I got home and I just kept eating them, I checked the calories, I had eaten 600 calories worth of Mary's Corn crackers. However, there's no oil in those crackers, and it's basically just a grain, I believe, with spices. And it would be the equivalent of a meal, a noonday meal, which I sort of didn't have. So, I chose to do that, and that's what I did. Okay, so then I meditate. What did I do? I meditated. No, I went to the rec center before I meditated, and I did my full complement of resistance, my elliptical 2020, and I didn't go in the sauna or whirlpool because I decided to, instead of cutting my exercise short because I was there late, I just went ahead and took a shower, as opposed to, and it's warm out, so it's like, it's okay. So it worked out really well. And then I came home and meditated, and I felt really relaxed in my body. And one of the things I wrote down that I was thinking about as I was exercising was, and I've been kind of reflecting on this in the past 24 hours, was that when a person is younger and projects themselves to their adult life, to their 70s, I'm in my 70s now, you're fully into maturity of adulthood then. And then you have an idea of what you will feel like, the type of, activities you'll be involved in. But at the time when I projected towards that future, I projected it a very trim, healthy body that was similar to my, let's say, 7-year-old body. And I would imagine that many people do this. They think about what the future will be, and they project that their body will be pretty much, of course it won't be bigger, it will be an adult body. It will have changed in those, ways. But one thinks that one will be fit, because as a 7-year-old, most people, when I was growing up, were fit. That has changed. However, I think it's a common syndrome, and I suffer from that. I do suffer from it, in that the difference between my ideal body and the body that I was um, manifesting was considerable, actually. And my goal now is to get as fit as I possibly can so that my body serves me well and that it is kind of optimum in a range for just self-actuating and its ability to, I don't know, just operate at a top level. So I've realized that if a person at the age of, let's say, 65 or 70 could snap their fingers and have any body, not any condition of body, not other than your own, but any condition of body, any shape, what would one do if it could just take a snap of the fingers? And I think most people would get themselves to extreme fitness if they could just snap their fingers. And the reality is that that's not accessible. It's not something that can be done. We live in a culture, fortunately, where a lot of things are instantaneous. A lot of important things are instantaneous. It's very convenient. But the transformation of the body is not within the snap of a fingers. However, it is possible to constantly go towards a more ideal body. And people like David Goggins, Gwen Jurgensen, my heroes, Marielle Hemingway, my fitness friend, they have taken the actions and the steps and the devotion and the discipline and the regularity to actualize their heart's desire in terms of the type of body that they want to reside in. And so that's sort of what I've resolved, is that I'm doing over the long term what I would do if I could just snap my fingers, realizing that instantaneous transformation is not possible, but it is possible. It takes time, and it takes effort, and it takes perseverance, and I think ultimately it's something that has to be maintained every day. But one has that enjoyment every day of the fulfillment of a heart's desire. So anyway, that's it. That was my profound thinking. And this evening I got home, I meditated, and then I had a in the bowl sushi, which is a glass bowl that I fill with sushi ingredients, and a nori wrapper, and my not crystallized ginger, my pickled ginger and wasabi, and the carrots and scallions and red and green peppers and celery, and I mix it all up, and it's delicious. I put soy sauce on it, and it's yummy, yummy, yummy. So that was my dinner, and now I'm going to have just a few spoonfuls of my raspberry chocolate banana ice cream, which I put in the refrigerator so that it could be a little softer, because it was just way too hard to eat in the freezer. It doesn't really have that consistency of ice cream, which you can kind of dip into. I'm working on it. So anyway, so that's my day 11 wrap up. Yep, that's it. Just hitting my marks with the exercise and no excuses, and keeping my eating, like even those Mary's crackers, even though that was not portion control, it was like a bit of a slip, but within a range, It's like pigging out on very healthy crackers. And if you do it all the time, it's not a good, you end up with the same results as if you overeat on anything. But that's what I did. So that's day 11 wrap up, July 2022.